everyone, so today I actually have some very exciting news. I am moving to Disneyland Paris. I have no idea how this has happened and I'm so excited. I can't believe this is actually happening. I have literally dreamt of this for so long and it's finally happening. I'm finally actually going in literally just over a week. I went to an audition on the 16th of April and I got all the way through to the final round. They contacted me 8 days later, so it was like the Wednesday after the audition, and saying that they wanted to offer me a contract. So I accepted it and now I'm in the process of sorting out all my housing and stuff. It's very stressful because I don't know what they want from me. But yeah, I'm sorting all that out now and I'm so excited to move out there in literally just over a week. I cannot believe that this is actually happening. I've quit my job. It's amazing. I'm starting packing. So excited. But yeah, I mean, I might even be in Disney by the time you watch this anyway. I'm just gonna get straight into the video. So the first tip that I have is to smile constantly throughout the whole audition. If you take one thing from this video, take this, literally just smile. Basically what they're looking for is people who can have fun when they're performing, people who look like they're having fun. You know, like that's what people live off in Disney. They just live off your happy vibes. Everything's happy in Disney. You don't ever see a performer who is like this and they're just like, oh hi, nice to meet you, let's get a picture. Like no, they're like happy and they're like, hey, it's nice to meet you. You know, they're always smiling, and like the dancers in the parade, they're always smiling. You never see someone in Disneyland who is not smiling. So smile is my biggest tip. I'm not saying that you have to smile like this from the moment you get there to the moment you leave, but just smile. Smile a lot throughout your audition, they're gonna love you. The amount of amazing dancers I saw that got cut just because they didn't smile is ridiculous. They were amazing, and I am a terrible dancer. And I got through because I smiled. So yeah, just keep smiling your whole way through the audition. Smile your way through it and you'll be fine. That's my biggest tip. My next tip is persistence. So it took me 5 auditions to finally get a part. So I went to 4 for Paris and 1 for Hong Kong. So on my first audition I actually passed the 2 first rounds, and then it was all just down to my face shape and my height and whether I fit the roles that they're looking for, and unfortunately that wasn't my day, but I knew that I was good enough to carry on. So if you get to that round and then you get cut, don't be disheartened. Please go back because you're definitely good enough. You're what they're looking for, you're just not facially what they're looking for at that time. But you'll get it in the future, as I did. I went a few more times. The second time I got cut after the dance round, so obviously my dance just didn't go as good that day. And then the third time I got cut after they looked at my face. The last time I got the job. So, you know, persistence. You're gonna get it eventually. And if you do get cut after the first round, then don't be disheartened, because I know someone who got cut in her first audition after the first round, and then her second audition she made it all the way through and she's also being offered a job. So if you get cut after the first round, don't think you're not good enough, because you might have just had a bad day. They might have just not wanted people in your height range, anything, you just don't know. So just keep going and eventually you're gonna get there. I have faith in you, you can do it. So my next tip is, when you're doing everything, it needs to be big. It can't be hello, it's got to be hello. You know, it can't be oh my god I'm scared, it's got to be oh my god I'm scared. Like, you know, it's got to be big. They've got to be able to see you, because if you're in a fur costume, no one's gonna see this, they're gonna see this. You know, if you're in a parade, you're not going to be a princess there waving, blowing a kiss. You know, you're going to be waving and blowing a kiss, you know? So it's just bigger movements. I'd practice your animations a little bit before you go, just so you can get used to doing big movements, because sometimes if you haven't done it before it can be a little bit weird and feel very awkward, just because I don't walk around waving to people like this. You know, I do wave like this in real life. So it will feel a little bit weird and unnatural at first. So if you just film yourself before you go to an audition doing some animation, then you're going to get a feel for what you need to be doing. You can see what you look like doing it. My next biggest tip is, don't show people that you have gone wrong. Obviously when you're doing the dance, they know the routine, so they're gonna know if you've gone wrong. But if you can carry on dancing through mistakes, then they're gonna like that. I'm not a dancer. I've said that before in this video and I'm gonna keep saying it, I'm not a dancer. I just enough have the right dance level to be in the parades. But yeah, I'm not a dancer, and I could not for the life of me remember the dance that they're teaching me, so I just basically jumped around, spun sometimes, you know. I was at least 2 counts out of everybody else for majority of the dance. Like, there were some bits where I got it and I was like, I'm a dancer, what are you trying to say? And then the next count of 8 would come along and I would just be out of it again, 2 counts behind everyone else, because I was just copying them because I couldn't for the life of me remember it. So don't worry if you can't remember the dance, just do what you can, copy everyone else. You're not auditioning individually, you do it in groups of 10, so you know, just copy what other people are doing. If you really can't remember it, seriously, just do some spins and some jumps and you're gonna be okay, as long as you're smiling. Tip number 1, smile. If you do go wrong, don't show that you went wrong. So if you do something wrong, don't make that face, just carry on. There was actually one person in the most recent audition that I went to, and he fell over when he was doing his dance, but he got straight back up and he just carried on like nothing had happened, and he got through that round. So, you know, just, he carried on, he went for it. And if he had fallen over and then gone, oh my god, that's so embarrassing, I don't want to do this anymore, then he wouldn't have got it, you know? But he carried on, he kept smiling, and yeah, he got through. So don't worry if you fall over in your audition, just carry on, you're gonna be great. Okay, so my next tip is to talk to people at your audition. If you have to queue outside, talk to people in the queue around you. It's so much easier if you're talking to other people there. Everyone is in the same position as you, everyone is going for this job, but it's so much easier to make friends. I mean, I've actually made friends and I still talk to them from my first, second auditions. So yeah, if you make friends with people, it really settles your nerves, it's so nice, and it means that you can be happy, because you're not just gonna, if you don't talk to people, anyone who I saw wasn't talking to people, they were just, you know, like this the whole time. I saw people who, they just looked grumpy to be there, but then everyone who had made friends, you're all talking, you're all smiling, laughing with each other, so it shows that you're very good at interacting with strangers as well. Make friends. So my next tip is, don't worry if you're not a dancer or you're not an actor, still go to these auditions. You get people who come from performing arts school for these auditions. You get people who have never been to a dance class. And then you get people like me who are in the middle, who have done it in the past, but it's not really been like their main focus. You get all sorts of people at these auditions, but don't be intimidated by the people who have been to dance school, who are wearing their tights, their shorts, their jazz shoes. Just don't be intimidated by them, ignore that, and you do you, okay? So if you're not a dancer, don't worry, just smile your way through the dance. That is literally my biggest tip, and I'm gonna keep saying it, just smile your way through it, because if they can see you're having fun while you're performing, they're more likely to hire you than someone who is amazing at dancing but is not smiling. So seriously, don't worry if you cannot dance. So my next tip is to look at the requirements before you go. If they say that they are hiring for people between 5'4" and 5'7", then they're hiring for people between 5'4" and 5'7". They're not going to hire you if you're 5'9". So if you're 5'9" and it says that on the audition, just go to the next one, because the next one will probably be open for more heights. So yeah, look at the requirements, because I've seen people who have come to these auditions and they're way too tall or way too small, and they just get cut after the first round because they're not even going to bother looking at you, because there's no point, because you're not what they're looking for. So look at the requirements, you're going to save yourself some time and some money. And then my last tip is to just wear whatever you're comfortable in. Don't think that you have to dress nicely, because you don't, just wear sports clothes. I always go in sports leggings and a top and a sports bra, and then I wear trainers there, but I take them off when I dance barefoot. I do everything barefoot so that I don't slip over. But like, there are people there who, I've seen people wearing skirts, I've seen people wearing jeans, I've seen people wearing high heels, I've seen people who wear like their dance tights, their leotards, you know, they go full out. But like, it's totally up to you what you wear, just wear what you feel comfortable in. Wouldn't recommend jeans, wouldn't recommend a long sleeve top because it does get hot. I would recommend just a racerback kind of top, sports top and sports leggings. That is what I would recommend, and then just barefoot. Or, I mean, you could dance in socks if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're willing to fall over and just carry on like nothing happened. But yeah, as far as makeup goes as well, wear what you're comfortable in. It does normally say on the auditions to refrain from wearing makeup, but if you don't feel comfortable wearing no makeup, then just put a little bit on. If you feel really uncomfortable not wearing any foundation, then wear a bit of foundation and a bit of mascara, but don't put anything else on, because they ask you not to wear makeup. Most auditions I won't wear anything other than mascara, but the most recent one I had bad skin, so I did put concealer on, and that's the one that I got the job for. But when you go and try on the wigs and makeup, obviously you're going to have to take off that makeup anyway, so it's totally up to you if you want to wear makeup. There are girls who get through who don't wear makeup, so it's not about how you look in the audition, it's about your features. They're not looking for, oh, if you're wearing mascara you're definitely prettier than her because she's not wearing any. Like, that's not how it works. They're looking at how your features look and whether you look like any of the characters. They're not looking for whether you're wearing makeup or not. So that's it for this video. I hope it helped you in some way, and if you do have any questions then feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you. Yeah, just take all these tips into account, just smile, smile, and you'll be fine. If you don't get through, don't be disheartened. It doesn't mean you're not good enough, it just means that maybe you had a bad day or maybe you weren't what they were looking for on the day. But please just go again because I'm sure you can do it eventually. I have faith in every single one of you. So good luck for your auditions, guys, and I hope that I can work with you one day. See you in my next video. Bye everyone.